Hi everyone, this is a beta comparison between the ZTE ZMAX versus the LG Optimus F60, both from MetroPCS. So right now let's take a look at the devices. On the right side, as you can see, we have the power button. At the tab, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and the noise cancellation mic. The left side, we have the volume rocker. At the bottom, we have the micro USB charging port and the microphone. At the front, at the top, we have the front-facing cameras, ear speakers, and sensors. At the bottom, for the ZMAX, we have the menu, home, and back. And for the F60, there are software buttons. As you can see here, multitasking, home and back. At the back, we have the rear cameras and flash and speakers at the bottom. The ZTE ZMAX, it is running Android version 4.4.4 KitKat, and the F60, it is running Android version 4.4.2. The ZMAX weighs 5.5 ounces or 156 grams, and the F60 weighs 4.57 ounces or 130 grams. Now for the display, the ZMAX has a 5.7 inch and the F60 has a 4.5 inch. So for the resolution, the ZMAX has a 720 by 2080 pixels and the F60 has a 480 by 800 pixels. For the pixel density, the ZMAX has a 558 ppi and the F60 has a 207 ppi. Now the screen technology for the ZMAX is TFT and for the F60 is IPS LCD. Now for the screen to body ratio on the ZMAX, it is 65.73%, and for the F60 it is 66.65%, and they are both multi-touch. Some of the features for the ZMAX: light sensor, proximity sensors, and scratch resistant glass. For the F60 we have light sensor and proximity sensors. Now we're going to be jumping to the rear camera of the ZMAX. So for the ZMAX, we have an 8 megapixel camera with LED and speaker at the bottom. And for the F60, a 5 megapixel camera with LED and speaker at the bottom. Some of the features for the rear camera for the ZMAX, it is autofocus, smile detection, blink detection, and geotagging. And for the F60, we have autofocus, touch to focus, digital zoom, and geotagging. Some of the shooting modes for the ZMAX, it is high dynamic range, that is HDR, panorama, and night mode. And for the F60, we have burst mode and panorama. Now for the camcorder, the ZMAX records in 1920 by 1080, that is 1080p HD, and the F60 records in 1280 by 720, that is 720p HD. Now for the front-facing camera, the ZMAX has a 1.6 megapixel and it records at 720p, and the F60 has a 0.3 megapixel and it records in VGA quality. Now for the hardware, the ZMAX has, for the system chip, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 and the F60 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410. Now for the processor, the ZMAX has a quad-core clock at 1.2 GHz and the F60 has a quad-core clock at 1.2 GHz, 64 bits. For the graphic processor, the ZMAX has a Adreno 305 and the F60 has a Adreno 306. Now for the system memory, the ZMAX has a 2 GB of RAM and the F60 has 1 GB of RAM. Now for the built-in storage, the ZTE ZMAX has a 16 GB of internal memory, and for the user you have 11 GB available. For the F60, you have 8 GB of internal memory, and for the user you have 4 GB. Now they both support storage expansion. The ZMAX uses a micro SD up to 32 gigs, and the F60 uses one up to 32 gigs. And last, for the battery, the ZTE ZMAX has a battery capacity of 3,400 milliamps, and the F60 has a battery capacity of 2,100 milliamps. So this is it, guys. This has been the video comparison between the ZTE ZMAX versus the LG Optimus F60, both from MetroPCS. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please click the like button. You can also subscribe to my channel so you can get more content. If you have any question, please leave it down below. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.